What's up everybody, and welcome back to a new tutorial. Today we will be creating a futuristic city like this. As you can see, we will use today Jsplacement, and with this little tool you can easily create some height, normal or color maps. Feel free to try it out by yourself. It's really cool. You can get a lot of detail with this little tiny tool. It's really cool. I will link this one in the description. It's free, so give it a try, and yeah, let's hop into Blender. Okay, here we are in a fresh Blender scene, and today we will use our cube so we don't have to delete it. And yeah, let's hit into it and select our cube, and we will scale this one by 5 in the Y direction, and yeah, hit the tab button to go into the edit mode, and we will make a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R, and yeah, cut this cube here. And now we will go into the face selection mode by pressing the number 3, or you can choose this button here in the top menu. And now we will select this face and press E to extrude, something like this. And now we will go back to select some vertex by pressing 1, or select this one here, and we will select these 4 points and press G and X, and yeah, put them into the X direction. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, after modeling this one, we have to do some subdivisions. I like to make a little backup for some things, or if something wrong, I can easily hop back and yeah, use this backup. So let's name this construct, and duplicate this one by pressing Shift and D, escape. And I like to blend our original construct. I like to blend it out by pressing these 3 buttons. This one is hiding in the editor, hiding in the disabling in the viewport, and disabling in the render view. Okay, so our duplicated construct now. Now we have to go into the edit mode again, and let's subdivide this one. But first we have to select all faces. Let's press 3 and then A. And now we have to do a right click and press subdivide, subdivide and subdivide. Subdividing 3 times. And okay, that's cool. Now we'll go back to object mode, and now we can add our modifier, and this is the Subdivision surface modifier. And let's select simple, and for the render I put this one up to 6. And for the editor view, I like to use something like 4, but we can switch it up later. Okay, so now we have to add another modifier, which is the Displace Modifier, and for this one we have to select our first texture, but first let's press on New, and now we have to go into our texture properties tab, and let's press Open, and now we have to select our first texture, which is the height map. I will put all the textures in the description so you can download this one and yeah, try it by yourself. So let's select our height map, and now we are getting somewhere, but I think we have to fix something now. First, let's go back to our Displace Modifier and change the coordinates from local to UV. In the upper part, this is looking better now, but here on this side, it looks not very good now. So let's change this by going back into the edit mode and select UV and Smart UV Project and press OK. And let's leave this edit mode now, and yeah, this is looking better now. Yeah, let's decrease our strength to something like 0.2, and we have to change the tiling. Let's go back into the texture properties and go to mapping and change the repeat from 1 to 6 and Y to 10, I think. And now when we increase the viewport, the subdivisions in the viewport, we can see that we have much detail in our construct now. This is looking really cool, I think. Let's create a little scene. Let's hop into our camera now, and yeah, adjust the camera by, I like to use this this navigation, walk navigation. If you press this one, you can easily fly around with your camera and adjust this one. Let's make something like this. And if you want to add a shortcut for this one, you can easily do it by pressing right on the walk navigation and add a shortcut. This is the flying shortcut, and now let's do another thing. I like to add my construct now into what is it? Into a collection. And now I can easily add an instance of this one, and yeah, put this one over here. The good thing about this technique is when you make some adjustments in the master construct, all the instances will do the same. So if I increase the subdivision in my master, the subdivision in the instance will change too. So, and the same thing with textures, and yeah. So that's a cool technique, I think. So okay, let's duplicate this one again, and maybe we will scale it up and put this one a little bit in the back. So maybe something like this, but it's up to you. And duplicate this one again and put this one here in the back. And again. Okay, cool. This is our scene now. Okay, so I think we can do some texturing now. So let's hit into the shading tab. And as you can see, we have here our small city principle. Let's rename this one to M and city. And yeah, I like to change the base color to something dark. And now let's add our first texture, which is the light texture. And because I'm using this node wrangler tool, if you haven't enabled, you can find it under preferences, add-ons, and search for node. Enable this one, node wrangler. And what you can do now is select the texture and press Ctrl T, and you will get this node setup here. And because we are adding some lights, let's put this node into the emission input of our principal shader. And as you can see, we have here some little, or not little, little lights. But the lights are really big, so let's change it from 1 to 100 and 100. But now we have, yeah, a little bit too much of it all, so we can adjust it by adding a color ramp, by putting this in between of these nodes. And when we put the black one a little bit into the right direction, you can see that we can easily change the whole amount. And let's see, maybe put this one a little bit back. So we have some small lights here in it. Let's increase. No, first let's go into. Now we are in the render mode now. First of all, no, not first, but to see the whole effect, I think we can now enable some ambient occlusion, bloom as well, and the screen space reflection. So we have some more going on here in our scene. So let's disable half ray stress and trace position to 1. I think that's it for now. Maybe we can now increase the emission strength to maybe something like 20. Okay, 20 is cool. And yeah, you have to play with these settings, but I think that's a good way to start. And yeah, I like to add some other lights to get to make it more interesting. So what we can do now is duplicate our three nodes here by pressing Shift D, and yeah, select the other lights texture, which is this one here, and maybe let's change this one really quick. Now yeah, it's oh god, it's looking really bad. First of all, we have to change the tiling now, so let's change this back to 5 and 5 and add a color ramp again. Okay, now we have to do this again, so let's crank this one down so we have yeah, some lights like this. And what we can do now is change the white value to something like this orange, yellowish color here. And yeah, now let's put these two nodes together, and we can do this by searching for RGB and mix RGB. Put this one here and this one here, and let's search for, not mix it. And now we can see that we have some tiny lights here, and we have some big lights. And we can change the tiny lights as well, so let's do this by selecting another orange color. And I think this is looking really good. Let's change the viewport from 4 to 5 or 6. Maybe let's try 6. And now we are getting somewhere, I think. This is looking really awesome. I like it. I like it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is looking really cool now, but one thing is left, so let's add some more detail now, and we can easily fake this by adding a normal map. So let's bring this one in, and here's our normal map. Put this one in, and yeah, make a new texture setup for this one, and search for normal map. Put this color node, output node in the input node here. Change the sRGB to non-color, and yeah, normal map to normal map. And what we can see now is here we are getting some details, but yeah, we have to change the scale to maybe 20 by 20. And now we can increase the strength. So we will see some more detail here, and this is looking really cool. As you can see, we got really cool detail here in this one. So I think this is looking really awesome. Okay, and for the last part, let's decrease our viewport now, because this is really laggy now. Yeah, let's change our our light here for now. I like to use this one, and yeah, maybe we change this one to a sunlight. This is getting really bright now. Change the color really quick, so let's go into yeah, to this one and to this hex code and FDD 1A5. Yeah, this is much better, and yeah, let's go for 10 and change our rotation, which is 77.9 minus 1.34 and 184. Boom. Nice. Okay, cool. And yeah, don't forget to add the contact shadows by the sunlight, so we get more accurate shadows here and here. And yeah, that's cool. And now I think we can add something else. Maybe it's a little bit too bright. Let's go for 5. And yeah, cool. And now let's change, or now let's add some fog here in our scene. Let's go back into shading mode and go into the world. Yeah, into the world shading node, and we will look. We will search for volume and select the principal volume. And now we will connect this one in here. And that's a little bit too much density. I think we will change this to 0.05. And the anisotropy is going to 0.345. Cool. Yeah, maybe let's put the density down to something like 1 or 2. Yeah. And for a little bit more contrast, we can change the lights of our city, maybe to something more bluish. Let's try this. Maybe let's try to add another one and put this one to something bluish, and we can play with it and see that we will get some bluish color in here and some orange colors in here. Maybe we can put this strength down to 1 or 2. It's a little bit too bright, but I think this one is cool. This setting is cool. And yeah, I think the last thing is let's put me over here again, to yeah, change the color management to something like yeah, you can play with these settings, but I like to use something between medium and high contrast. So let's try this. Yeah, I think We're getting somewhere very high. It's a little bit too much, I think. So let's go to for the high contrast, and we can play with the exposure and the gamma. Yeah, but you can try it by yourself and have fun. So it's all about fun. So it's cool. Yeah, great. Yeah, let's save it, and I will increase the subdivision the last time now. So let's try it. This is our futuristic looking city now. So great. Yeah, what we can do now is to change the camera to something like maybe 35 or 30. Up to you. That was the futuristic city tutorial. I hope you liked this one. And yeah, if you learned something, please give me a thumbs up, and a subscription would be great. If you have any questions or a comment, write them down. See you next time, and bye bye.